Good afternoon and welcome to Copper Coins Coin Roll Hunt Reveal E478, a 1958D plastic tubed roll. How is everybody doing today? We got Dan in the house. Welcome, Dan. Let a couple of people stroll in and we'll get this roll rolling. Lots to find for 58D. A couple double die obverses. No double die reverses that I can think of. So we will look at the first 10 coins. I do scour them again. Go ahead and open it. I have broke them from their bond to their Megrig tube earlier today. They look like pretty good coins. Let a couple people get in here and we'll get things started. I will be doing a 54D roll at the conclusion of this roll. And then we will have a reveal sale and I will be doing a 60D large date roll tomorrow. We got 2, 3, there we go, Frostbite, welcome. Gonna get things going and the first coin in the roll is for Kurt. Put you in tomorrow. I will do that. I will do that. Mark Thomas, welcome. For those of you that haven't received notice, I did mail some packages. Well, got the postage printed. They'll be at the post office tomorrow. Others should be getting it tomorrow morning. Maybe even tonight. We'll have a lot of packages going out. Matter of fact, pretty much everybody's got a package coming to them. Yes, I did. And I think it is a form of machine doubling. I think it's just machine doubling that's worn. Coin Vault, welcome. And I think that's what you kind of came up with too. I could have swore that don't really look like a D though. Look this with the I don't think there's any D over D east, but what I am seeing here right here, but it's too small, just not the right shape. Two different doubled ears. All right, I know that there is some doubled ears going on the website. I don't know if those are the ones. Get my cheat sheet up here. Oh, wow. Look at that. This is an RPM. They call this a D over D. We're going to put this back up, and this is a good one. I think this is a tough one to find. Probably because just what I did. It is showing this as part of a D, but then it's showing this right here as part of another D. But these marks, I just pulled the page up and it are the die markers for mid-die state, RPM number 2. So our first find of the day is RPM number 2. I don't think I even have that. I'm going to have to check. I guess I do have it. Coin number 3. Paul Hampton. So 1 RPM in the roll so far. It was Carl's. It will be easy to spot. It has some huge die markers over the 5. Hopefully one of many. Coin number 4, Chubby Pop. Been a busy weekend here in South Florida. Got my pool all done and been moving stuff and trying to get my yard back in order. And of course, as soon as I started doing it, we have basic perpetual thunderstorms for 2 days. They've been literally maybe a 30-minute break. Looks like it could have a little rim cud. And thunder basically for 48 hours now. Just rumbling in the distance. Coin number 5. By the time I get my grass cut, it's going to be 2 feet tall, it seems like. The dogs won't even go in it anymore. They just give me the eye. Like, you expect us to go out there? Yep, my one dog, PETA, was having no part of it. She was like, my feet are not going in there. And of course, the little one, she doesn't like it when it is cut. She's the biggest baby. Coin number 7, Mark Thomas. Decent looking coins. Following this roll, I will be doing the 54D roll. It'll probably be a little earlier than I have it scheduled. Coin number 8, Tim Weber. '57 and 58. There was a bunch of them that had the mint marks right up on the date. Not sure of the dates I'll be doing for the reveal show. 70D Bankwrapped is one of them. I just got 4 rolls in. I'd like to do one of those. Coin number 9, Mickey. Same die pair. Anybody have any good finds this weekend? We searched a couple rolls on Frosty's stream, didn't find anything. Good hunt though. Coin 11, Carl. I did not coin vault. I'm not a big, I just mainly do Lincoln Cents. I do collect other coins, but I don't go out of my way to get ASEs, but I do know that I think that Paula had one, and I think Frostbite said he was going to get one too. I've heard a bunch of people that I know planned on buying them. There's another RPM number 2. This one for Jim Fletcher. I won't. All right. That must have been the Army stuff that you guys were talking about too. So our second example of RPM number 2. Yeah. This one got a little fingerprint on it. A little RPM. Let's see if we can find it. Get my sheet up, and this one I'm going to go all the way to the back for. And it is medium way down. Inside of the D is to the base of the 5. That's a maybe. Well, that should still be there. And there it is. Will all be. This is a die state of 1mm104. So let me get a note for this one. We'll put that over there. Paula, welcome. Hope church was good. We are finding 1mm002 or RPM2 and this one, and this should be 1mm104, and it is, and I'm saying that because there is a worn die scratch. It's not really, there you go, above BIS, and I didn't even go any further than that, but let's see what we got here. If there's any of these other, those are not there, but they've been Looks like rebrushed. But this is there, so this is definitely it. And this is there. So awesome. 1mm104. I can take a look, Dan. I'll do it after I'm done broadcasting today. Seeing this die pair. So 2 different RPMs coming out of the roll. Coin 16, Doug Rezak. Hopefully there's an RPM number 2. You can see it for those that are just joining. The markers are through the 5. But you see it right here. And then they say that is another D to the north right there. So 1mm2. That 5 is unmistakable, that's right. Yeah, tomorrow I will probably be selling more of the Megrig rolls, plus a 70D roll, plus something else. I'm not sure what I'm going to do. I'm going to try to do something off the wall and different. Coin 18, Kurt. Lots of die pairs where they put the mint mark up right by the date in 58D. If you haven't got a shipping email from me, you probably will in the next day or two. Well, you will in the next day or two. No probably about it. The majority of all the coins have been sorted and packaged. I'm just waiting for a couple more that I have to put flip inserts to. 1971 D03, nice. I don't know what it is about 70D. Matter of fact, I almost searched one of those rolls on Frosty's show this morning because I wanted to look at it. Oh, you mean 4. All right. Farm Dog, welcome. We are finding RPM number 2, 1mm2, and 1mm104 in this roll. Coin 21, Sissy. There are some RPMs that are real close to the date. I'm not familiar with which ones they are offhand, but I do know there are a couple of them. And 57D also. That is another 1mm002. Those die scratches are through the 5. It makes it jump out, and then you can see it right here. And then that little nub they're calling another D. Found a 64, 1D03. All right, that, you know, I'm not familiar if that's a real nice one or not. Let me take a peek at that. Ah, that is a pretty good one. Yeah, that is a good one. That's one of the better bar L's too, Dan. Must be a sign, Frosty. I get to hit the movie The Jerk when he sees cans everywhere. There's more cans. That's a classic movie. I'll have to watch that. It's got to be free by now. Jim Fletcher. You know, that's a great movie. Me and my wife watched that about a month ago. To me, that is Brad Pitt's best movie. Going 27. Alice, that's a show I haven't seen since it's been on TV. Gomer Pyle, I do hit that up every once in a while. Yeah, I'm a big Don Knotts fan. He made a movie called The Love God. It's got to be one of the funniest movies I ever saw. Nice, Southern Coin Hunter. Those are nice ones too. We've got 2 different die states listed up on the website now. And they definitely, all the people that I know that have found them, like in Pocket Change, have been in Louisiana, Georgia, and South Carolina. I would venture to say they're in Mississippi and Alabama also, but I haven't heard of anybody finding any yet. Coin number 30 for a trip. I'd love to get one of the 2024D DDRs that they found. That one's a nice one too. Huge doubling on cent. Oh, you're talking about 3 different or 5 different DDOs. All right. Well, I would be curious to see those. If you can take pictures, email me a picture at eric@coppercoins.com. Ghost and Mr. Chicken. And then there was what? Mr. Limpet, too. Shinbone, welcome to the show. Found 2 different RPMs in the roll so far. For those of you just joining us, Yeah, that's a good one, isn't it, Paula? I watched that. The last time my wife went out of town, I watched The Incredible Mr. Limpet. Coin 34. Paul. And another RPM number 2. You can see it right there to the east. And then a little bump on the top of the D. 2 are the date, motto, and in liberty, which is attributed, which I had attributed, okay. And then the others are not. All right, cool. Bed knobs and broomsticks. Yeah, you know, that era. I'm not a big Jerry Lewis fan, but the original Nutty Professor was a good one too from that same era. Yeah, all those movies are good. That reminds me of my childhood. I can remember seeing that. There was one theater in the city that all they showed was like Disney movies and G movies, and I can remember seeing that in the theater with my folks. Shaggy DA, God, yeah, the computer that wore tennis shoes. Those are old kids movies there. Kurt Russell was just a kid in that movie. Herbie the Love Bug. All the Love Bug movies were good. I think there was 4 or 5 of them. You know, you're right, Paula. There was they were entertainment. They weren't so true to life. My one grandson, I was turning him on to a video game for the computer, and he didn't want to play it because the graphics weren't good enough. It wasn't real enough for him. And I'm like, you don't have to have real. You can play. I mean, when we played video games, they were cartoon characters playing. Now they want real people, real faces, real blood and guts, all that. And I'm like, you crazy. Yeah, he played literally for 5 minutes and says, no, not interested in this. And while I don't get a lot of time to play, I still play that game. And I've been playing for over 20 years, the same game. I used to love going to the theater to see a movie. And I can't tell you, I think the last movie I saw, me and my wife took our grandkids when they came to visit to see I think it was called How to Train Your Dragon 2 was the second one. And that was a cute movie. It was a cartoon. And an RPM number 2. You know, I guess there is kind of a split serif on that too. That's what I've heard. I see that, Dan. I see when you're in Discord, I see you playing all the time. I got other friends that play that World of Tanks. My thing is I had a lot of time to play games back then, and so I got good at this one. I don't know. I just never have the time to really get into a game. The last game I got, I guess I play Monopoly on my phone occasionally. And That's about it. Besides that game I started in basically 2000. And the only reason I started that game is my son wanted to play it, and he says, "Will you play with me?" And I did, and he played for about 2 years, and I still play. He laughs at me. Yeah. Just keep the hard work up and get it moving. I do a lot of Sudoku, Frostbite. That's my favorite. I'm pretty good at it. I usually play on the hardest level now. There is an RPM, and that is one of the close RPMs. Let's see if we can find this. Something tells me that's listed close to the front of Copper Coins. Mech Warrior. Yeah, you know, I can remember playing that. I don't even remember how. There was a bunch of those games. All right. We got us one MM20 WRPM 49. And that nails it for sure. So 1MM20 for Dan. Let me put a note on this. Lost my pen again. There we go. Coin 46. Brad. Get back to the chat. That is a 1MM104. We'll double check that. There is the die scratch. This one will be a different die state listing on Copper Coins. Well, one of the coins will. There's been 3 so far. Coin 47. Doug. Yeah, I can remember having a Pong, and then it became, when Atari bought it, it became Odyssey, didn't it, Mark? And then it had like 3 games on it, Breakout, and I had that when I was a kid. Telegames, yeah. I know that it was, I got mine, I think it was 1971 or 72, and it was Odyssey at that point. It was this big old heavy thing that looked like a surfboard that had some knobs on it. Coin 49. Carl. But the original Pong was actually, I loved that. Even during the Atari, when they had like the Atari 2600, I always loved Pong. Final coin of the roll is for me. And it is a nothing coin. I will be back in about probably 5 or 10 minutes with the 54D roll. I want to thank everybody for joining, and hopefully I will see you in the next few minutes. Hit that like button on the way out. I surely appreciate it. And for those that can't join, I will see you in the neighborhood. We'll talk to you later.